What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny 2. Now in today's video we're taking a look at a true contender for Mountaintop. Mountaintop is going to be sunset as of year 4, so this is a true potential replacement for Mountaintop. So if you want to find out what one we're talking about and the best roles that you want to be looking after, then be sure to stick around and check out the video. Now if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a rating down below, that super helps me out here on the channel. And if you're new around here and want to keep up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 content, be sure to hit subscribe as well. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now over the last couple of weeks and months, we've learned a lot about what's up and coming, especially for Beyond Light, and one of those is sunsetting. This isn't a video specifically about sunsetting, however Mountaintop is one of the go-to guns when it comes to endgame content. It was a pinnacle PvP gun that became the diamond within PvE. So with that in mind, it is crucial to a lot of PvE builds right now. Now with that all being said, it is a great opportunity to look at some of the new weapons that this season has introduced to see if they are worthy contenders about replacing some of the fan favourites that we've developed over the last couple of years. As you can see, Mountaintop is just one of those where we have things like Recluse, Loaded Question, Randy's Throwing Knife, Delirium. Those are all huge fan favourites, but they're not going to be viable for any new activities and also end game PvE content. And this is why we're specifically looking at the Mountaintop today and its potential replacement in the Truthteller. This is a new grenade launcher. I say new, it's been reprised as part of this season. This is also a lightweight frame, exactly like the Mountaintop. It's a one-shot handheld grenade launcher with remote detonation, so a slight difference there. It has the same rounds per minute as Mountaintop at 90, with one also in the magazine. Now I don't have the greatest roll by any means. I have high velocity, which is very useful as it feels very similar to Mountaintop when it comes to using it. Now if you don't have a Truthteller, you can get it as a world drop. Now I got mine from Master Rahul. I was purchasing legendary engrams from him over in the tower and he blessed me with a Truthteller, but it will drop from pretty much most world sources. Things like Vanguard tokens can also be used, and even Crucible tokens have all access to the world loot pool. Now we know what the Truthteller is, we know where to get it, and we know why we should care because of sunsetting and the fact that Mountaintop isn't going to be viable for end game PvE content. But can it really take the crown as the best kinetic grenade launcher inside Destiny 2? Well, to start us off down this road, we can firstly say that this is an energy grenade launcher, so it's not going to sit in your kinetic slot. However, it does occupy the same slot as Recluse, which doesn't really matter because Recluse is also going to be sunset, so we're going to have to find another weapon potentially for the kinetic slot that you can pair with a Truthteller. Now the main difference between the Truthteller and the Mountaintop is this is entirely randomly rolled, so not only is it part of the world loot pool, so I guess easier to access for more players, it also has the opportunity to drop with random perks. Now we're going to cover these perks in a little bit more detail just to identify which ones are the best to go after. But the key standouts are spike grenades, as always with a grenade launcher, but in the final column for the Truthteller you have some extra damage dealing perks. Things like multi-kill clip and swashbuckler. So in this video, we're going to take a look at exactly which one of those is the best, and does that mean that this weapon can produce more damage per second than the Mountaintop? Now to kick us off, we're going to jump over into the tribute hall, and as always, we're going to start with the Mountaintop. If we're going to be replacing it, we're going to need to find out what its damage per second is. Now with no spike grenades equipped and with a boss spec mod added, this can produce 19,950 damage per hit. At 90 rounds per minute, that equates to 29,925 damage per second. Now the reason we didn't equip the spike grenades on our Mountaintop is because I don't have that on our Truthteller, and that gives us the closest comparison between the two. With that being said though, spike grenades offers plus 20% in your damage, so be sure to try and get a Truthteller with spike grenades and be sure to have that equipped to get that bonus weapon damage. Now if we take a look at the Truthteller with a boss spec added, this is providing an additional 7.77% in damage on top of its base damage. This is now dealing 14,924 per hit, which is a damage per second of 22,386. So from a base perspective, the Mountaintop is able to deliver more damage per second than the Truthteller. However, the Truthteller has some additional damage dealing perks available to it, these being multi-kill clip and swashbuckler. So let's take a look and see exactly what sort of benefit these can provide this grenade launcher. Now I didn't have any grenade launchers with these two perks, however I had two lonesome sidearms at the same power level with these two perks, and with that in mind I was able to work out the base damage difference between having the perk active versus its normal base damage. Now with that being said, if we take a look at multi-kill clip, the Lonesome Sidearm is able to deliver 49.99% more damage when it's got ×3 multi-kill clip active. Now in order to activate multi-kill clip, reloading grants increased damage based on the number of rapid kills made beforehand, which with a grenade launcher is very achievable to get at least 3 kills before doing your reload, which you can also get Feeding Frenzy to speed that up as well with the Truthteller. Now how does that compare to something like Swashbuckler, for example? Well, this can stack up to 5 times, but you can trigger Swashbuckler ×5 by getting a simple melee kill. Now the Lonesome Sidearm is able to deliver 33.2% more damage than its regular base damage once Swashbuckler ×5 is active. So with those two being compared, the multi-kill clip is most definitely the way to go when it comes to the Truthteller. Okay, so we know multi-kill clip is the way to go when it comes to extra damage dealing perks, and we know spike grenades offer additional 20% in damage output alongside the boss spec that provides additional 7.77% in damage as well. So how does that stack now versus the Mountaintop? Well, if the Mountaintop has spike nades and a boss spec equipped, it can deliver 23,685 per hit. That's a damage per second of 35,527, which is very impressive for a kinetic grenade launcher. Now, if we had a Truthteller that had spike grenades and also a boss spec equipped, if you had ×5 from your Swashbuckler, you could deliver 23,742 per hit, which is 35,640 damage per second. Now that is almost like for the Mountaintop. It's only 0.2% more than the Mountaintop. Now with that being said, what does multi-kill clip look like? Well, if you had a Truthteller with spike grenades, a boss spec and ×3 for multi-kill clip, you would deliver 26,735 damage per hit. That is a damage per second of 40,103. That is 12.88% more than the Mountaintop. So whilst the Trutheller's base damage is almost 25% less than a normal Mountaintop, once you've got those perks active and you've triggered the maximum damage capacity that they have to offer, you can have extra damage outputs ranging from 0.2% all the way up to an extra 12% in overall DPS. Now, as we said at the beginning of the video, the Mountaintop, Anarchy and Recluse trio has been around for a long time, especially for endgame PvE content. With the launch of Beyond Light mere weeks away, that is likely to change, and now is the best time to take a look at your inventories and see which weapons that you want to look at replacing ahead of year 4. But that's going to wrap up the video for today, guys. Be sure to let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on whether you have any God rolled Truthtellers already in your grasps. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a rating down below. That super helps me out here on the channel. And if you are new around here and want to keep up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 content, be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump back into the game as always, guys, but I will catch you all again very soon.